Friday morning in the sunshine. Just a gorgeous day for you. No trouble in traffic. Easy cruise to work this morning, sitting at about 10, 12 degrees. We'll be into the low 30s before the day is done. Environment Canada talking to us about 32 degrees for today. Tomorrow we're looking at a 33-degree day in the sunshine. That means come game time at the Apple Bowl over there on Spall. Come game time, we're probably looking at about 30 degrees in the late evening sunshine as the Okanagan Sun gets set to welcome the Chilliwack Huskers to the Apple Bowl. With me on the line this morning, the head coach of the Sun, Pete McCall. Peter, good morning to you.
Good morning, Phil.
So this is a big game, dear coach. Both of you are sort of sitting there on the bubble, so to speak. The Sun in fourth in the final playoff spot right now. Chilliwack is in fifth spot. So this is a do-or-die kind of game for both teams, is it not?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, this time of year, you can't afford to drop any games. This is it. Next 3 weeks here, we got some tough competition, and we want to win out these next 3 games, absolutely.
Well, you've had a couple of convincing wins where you ripped apart the opposition. They were making it, your team was making it look easy, and the opposition was making it look easy as well. Does that set you up where basically the games have been too easy, and so as we knuckle down, maybe you don't have that edge, that sharpness, that killer instinct that you need?
Well, I think that's a perspective thing. I mean, we're optimistic here, and we're saying mission accomplished in those last 2 games. We got our starters in there, and they executed the way we wanted them to. And then we also had the opportunity to look at our backups, our guys that were going to play for us down the road. So we're very happy with the way that our first team played, and then the fact that we got in those backups and they were able to show us some talent too. So it was great. It was I love our schedule. It set us up for these next 3 weeks here. We're firing on all cylinders, and we can't wait. Saturday night's going to be brilliant. Well,
when you look at last week's game in Kamloops, 32-0 at halftime, you were in overdrive.
Yeah, and that was it was a very windy night up there on the hill, and our offense still managed to execute, and we're still getting too many penalties, and then we missed some tackles on defense. But overall, we executed just right in that first half, and with a score like that, like I say, you want to get your backups in, give them a taste of what it's like, get them a little bit of experience, and the few of them were stumbling around out there, but they got their feet and they finished strong. We scored 14 in the fourth quarter, so we're pretty happy with the state of the Okanagan Sun right now.
Now, I know that when we take a look at statistics, and everybody says you can make statistics do whatever dance you want them to, but your quarterback right now, Derek Mann, 66% on all his passes, pretty impressive record. Does that speak to the defense that he's getting, or does that speak to the inability of Kamloops to get through and nail him?
I think it shows you Derek's efficiency. Derek is He's in command out there, and of course things go haywire. You get blitzed sometimes, and you have to act on the fly. But when he gets time to do his thing out there, he's definitely playing like a fifth-year guy and a real leader out there. So yeah, his stats speak for him.
7:25 in your morning on this Friday morning, stopping down, spending a couple of moments with the head coach of the Okanagan Sun, Pete McCall. I might say rookie head coach Pete McCall, his first season in the position. I'm guessing with the wins, you're liking it right now.
It's every day's an adventure. It's exciting, and it's a great time of year to be a coach and to be playing in playing games in that Apple Bowl and winning, and can't complain about too much right now.
I was out for dinner last night, and I won't say who the player was, but there were a number of young people in the dinner conversation, and one of them is one of your young players. So I looked at him across the table and I said, talk to me about Pete McCall.
Yeah.
And he looked at me and he said 2 words: hardcore. Hardcore was how he described Pete McCall. He says, you know what? He's nobody's fool. He knows what he wants. And he paused for a second, and then his words were, and man, is he pushing on us.
Yeah.
So
I've been around this game all my life, and I've seen it done right. I've had some brilliant coaches along the way, and you're a fool if you don't do what you know. And I'm trying to use every resource and everything that I've learned along the way here, and the boys believe in that. It's you put in the hard work and you dedicate yourself to something, and you're going to get success. And they believe in me, and that's it's huge as a new coach to know that I have the room that these guys are drinking the Kool-Aid. It's pretty exciting, yeah.
Well, they do, and like I say, I would never embarrass this young man by naming him publicly. Yeah, right. You'll have to kill me first anyway. So now listen, Huskers roll in here, and if there's anything that I'm reading, if there's anything I'm hearing, is that these guys have a ground game. They're going to come at you hard on the ground.
Well, I'll tell you what, they got a great back there. This Merrick Seta, he was down in the NCAA for a year, and he played a year or two with Simon Fraser, and so he's ended up in Chilliwack, and he's got explosive speed. I've heard him compared to Jeff Alverson as far as in the open field. So, we're expecting a great back, which is awesome. Looming in the near future there is Andrew Harris in the Raiders. So I'm not saying look past Chilliwack. What I'm saying is we're going to get a chance at a solid back here, to get used to what it's going to be like over the next couple of weeks.
Okay, so let's just crystal ball gaze. I don't want to jinx you or anything. I'll be the person who looks in the crystal ball. You pull a win tomorrow night, then you've still got a bit of a stretch here ahead of you. Kahuna Rams come into town, and then you're back against the Huskers. Yeah,
it's really this is the meat and potatoes of our season right now. This is make or break. Going to the coast, to the island there against Nanaimo. That's going to be a big game for us. We want to set the record straight with our team this year and show them that we can compete with those guys. And then Big Kahuna, they shocked everybody. They beat Victoria last weekend, and so I understand they have some new athletes in there. So it's shaping up to be tough at the top there. It's going to be a great race here over the next few weeks.
Actually, I'll just go to that for a second because this unknown player went to that. He said, the guys that are shocking the heck out of everybody and surprising all is Nanaimo. He said these are the giant killers.
Yeah. They're loaded up there. They've done some great things in Nanaimo. I know that their president there, he's spared no expense to have a first class team there, and they're playing some great football. Like I say, it's nice when you have a CFL caliber back in your backfield there to be able to use that at any time. But that's no excuse. You still got to be able to play a team like that, and you want to play teams like that, so you're capable of beating teams like that. So they are the ones to beat, and we're gearing ourselves in the right direction. Like I say, it's looming. It's not this weekend, but we know it's coming.
Yep. Pete McCall, have yourself a great time tomorrow night. I know you're going to have a full house, packed stands. When you had you here in the studio, you were talking about the magic of Saturday night football games and getting a lot of young people out who are making Saturday night football as the way to start a Saturday evening. So I hope you have a great game, and maybe we'll connect with you on Monday so to get your look over your shoulder back take on the game that takes place.
Well, thank you, Phil, and you have a great weekend, too.
You too, sir. Okay. Don't forget the game heard right here on AM1150. Ryan Waters, 2T's Waters, will be calling the Okanagan Sun football game. You can sit there in the stands. You can put your headset on. You can get all the names, the players, and all the inside line on what's going on. Game heard right here at 7 o'clock Saturday night at AM1150. 6:45, I believe the game starts, but 7 o'clock is the first kick.